when you try and stop drinking alcohol, you will reach a point in the road where you'll need to make a decision. And what you do at that crossroads will determine whether or not you're going to live the rest of your life as a happy non-drinker that goes on to make a bunch of money, to live a great life, to be in amazing health, have a great family, or it will determine whether or not you go back to drinking. So today, I've got to break it down for you. It might have already happened to you, I don't know, but if you're not ready for this, then it ain't going to be good. So please do watch this video. The concept matters, whether or not you've already stopped drinking, whether you're still trying to stop, whether you're stopped and you feel 100% confident or not, it doesn't matter. We got to break this down. So I'm actually in the Scottish Highlands right now. I've taken my wife for a break before the baby comes. It will be our last time to get a proper getaway before our life changes forever. Hopefully for the better. So we've come out here and staying on this water. Amazing, amazing. I'll show you more in a minute. There's a gap. Well, here we go. Yeah. Anyway, so when you first stop drinking alcohol, the whole world is going to tell you how good it is. I might have told you that as well at some point, that you stop drinking alcohol, you look better, you feel better, you're healthier, your family respects you more. And you might have heard a bunch of stories like this. So when you stop drinking alcohol, you start off with this positive expectation. And when I first stopped drinking alcohol, my life had gone so bad that when I stopped drinking, it was like this endorphin, like this boost of endorphins where I was like, I'm back, I can take on the world. And it felt pretty good. It felt pretty good for a short period of time because I had this point of contrast. So because life was so painful and so bad, and then when I stopped, it was like this huge difference in how I felt. So I could remember how bad it was, and then because I'm feeling better, I'm feeling more energy, etc., of course I'm going to feel very confident and very optimistic. Now, here's what can happen next, and this is what you've got to be ready for. You'll be met with optimism, and hopefully you do the right thing and you start working hard and you start trying to make your life better, start trying to get healthier, and you do the right things. However, another thing happens. So I'm going to put my phone here. I think I should be able to balance it. Please balance. So you'll reach this point where you'll feel better and you'll have this clarity. You're going to get this moment where you can really see clearly. I'm so nervous the phone's just going to slide off into this bush. I mean, it's true nature here. Yeah, forest life. Anyway, so you'll reach this point where you're feeling better, you'll think more clearly, and eventually the point of contrast will start to fade away. So whilst before you could really feel the difference between drinking and not drinking, so everything feels good and fresh, you'll get to a point where you forget how bad things were. And still, benefits are happening. You're going to be getting clearer thinking. Just things are just going to get better and better and better. But you can reach this point where you forget how bad things were, and you look at your life, and you look and you're like, I'm just not that happy with my life. And that's a really painful place to be. When you get to that place where you look at your life and you're not happy and you're not drinking, and you're actually not that satisfied with what you've got, and it's kind of like you've been living this mediocre existence where everything's just kind of okay. I'm a normal functioning drinker. All these things that you've been telling yourself for so long, all of a sudden, the lies disappear. And all that's left with you is reality. And depending on how you've lived your life over the past 20 years, I don't know what you've been up to. Depending on what you've done, depends on how you feel when that clarity and that reality just smacks you in the face. For me, when this happened, I wasn't very happy. Right? I looked at my life and I wasn't very happy. And I didn't have the life that I wanted. I didn't have the relationship. I didn't have the respect from people. I didn't have much. And it was a really, really painful place to be in. And I was met with a choice, I would say. When the pain came and reality hit, what was I going to do? Well, for 10 years, what I'd done is I'd escaped life. But I escaped life, right? I'd have a negative feeling. I'd feel bad. I don't know. I'd feel depressed. I'd feel sad. I'd not be very happy with my life. And I have this track record of feeling that way and drinking. And that's what I knew. Every time I felt that way, I drink. And for the first time, I had to face that pain and take responsibility for my life for the way that it was and not drink. No stop drinking book's going to tell you that that's going to come. They're all going to say, alcohol's poison, this and that. I mean, I do it in my book. If you've not read it yet, the 48-hour alcohol reset, you're missing out. It's the best book ever written on stopping drinking. But that book will get you to a place where you don't want to drink. You'll get to a place where you'll look at your life and you'll say, nah, this isn't what I wanted. And you know what? It's a great thing. That pain that you'll feel is a great, great thing. Because that pain will spur you into change, provided you don't drink. If you sit there and you feel sorry for yourself, and you just sit in that feeling of pain, and you just say, I can't deal with this pain anymore, and you drink, well, that's on you. I can't stop you. No one can stop you. But if you're able to sit with that pain and say, no, do you know what? I ain't drinking. If I'm feeling pain, there's a reason for that, and it's all my fault. And that self-responsibility is... it was when I first stopped drinking, this mentor basically said, Leon, look at your life and you have designed it this way. Everything about your life has been designed by you. You are solely responsible for everything. If you don't like your work, if you don't like your relationship, if you don't like where you live, it's all your fault and no one's coming to save you. And he said it. And at the time I'm like, I've just stopped drinking and I got this psychopath business mentor going, Leon, you're a loser and it's all your fault. And I'm thinking, no. And it was true. So what was I going to do? Was I going to drink and escape that feeling of disgust with myself? Or was I going to, have this pity party and boo-hoo, poor me? No, I wasn't going to do that. And I don't think you should do it either. If you've stopped drinking alcohol and you're not happy with your life and you're suffering right now as a result of your actions for the past 10 or 20 or 30 years, good. Good. You should be in pain. You should look at your life and not be happy. I mean, what else are you going to do? You're just going to drink away the pain and sit there and feel sorry for yourself and say, I can't take this anymore. No, you ain't going to do that. You're not meant for that. I think that if you're feeling pain as a result of your life, it's a great thing. But you need to make a commitment, not just to not drink alcohol, but to fix it. Don't do what they're telling you in AA meetings where you've got to go and apologise to everybody and make amendments. No one cares. Nobody cares. All people want to do is see you get better. So you will need to make a choice at some point. Do you want to keep coasting? Do you want to go back to where things were, where you were escaping and never really facing the issues? Or do you want to be someone new? Do you want to improve? Do you want to reach your potential? Do you want to get to a place where, I've used this example before. I've not said it for a long time, but when I die, right, I want to be on my deathbed and I want to be sat there and I want to think, I've done it all. It's why I'm travelling right now. It's why I'm in Scotland, because I don't know if I'm going to get a chance to travel when the baby's here. Maybe it's fine. I just don't know. I've never had a child, but I want to get to my deathbed and just say to myself, I did it all. I did it all. I pushed as hard as I could, leave no stone unturned. I didn't drink, and I want to get to the end of my life feeling satisfied. And I want that for you as well. It doesn't matter how old you are. It doesn't matter how long you've drunk for. As long as you can turn things around and start putting in the effort now, then you can get to that place. I've worked with people who are 70, 60, 60, 70 years of age. They don't have 50 years left. They don't have much time left. But it's all about stopping drinking and making the most of the time that you've got. Not sitting there feeling sorry for yourself, not having that pity party, certainly not going back to drinking, but getting busy, making things better, making big changes. Now, if you want help doing this, then if you click the link down below, you can fill in an application and you can apply to work with me and my team where we can help you stop drinking, we can help you build that life that you want. But when you reach that point in the crossroads, make sure you make the right decision. If you want to make a positive decision now, click the link down below, fill in the application, book a call with our team. Let's see if working together could be the right thing for you. If not, all good. When it comes to decision time, make sure you do the right thing.